Hi everybody and welcome to this new video. It's called Alien Invasion. You're this shooter here in the middle and the alien predators are coming from the bottom. They know exactly where you are and they're coming straight for you. See how much you enjoy this game. You've got lasers to shoot. You've got lasers to shoot them. You can choose how big your aliens are. I've made them pretty small. I think I've made them too small, dear. And they're coming after me. Oh, I got two with the same laser there. So I hope you enjoy this game, Alien Invasion. Oh, you've got to hit them 3 times actually, which makes it a bit tricky. Hit them 3 times and then they disappear. Alright, hope you enjoy this game. Okay, so let's get started. And the first thing we need to do is delete Scratch the Cat. Gone. And paint our own sprite, our own shooter. So let's call him Shooter. In there, and I'm going to have a red shooter, my favourite colour, and I'm going to do it just by those crosshairs. So let me see those crosshairs there. Grab a circle. I'm going to hold down shift so it makes it a perfect circle rather than a lumpy bumpy one. Is that in the middle? Yes, about there. And then let's have something to show us which direction it's going in. There we go. And maybe an extra part coming out of the end to say we're shooting that way. Okay, that's looking good. Let's code it. So an event, when the green flag is clicked, that's the first one we need, and then a forever loop. And then inside the forever, we're going to say if then, and then the keys that we're going to press. So we're going to press the right arrow, and I'm going to duplicate that one with the left arrow. So hold down the control, click, duplicate. There's our other one. This is going to be for the left arrow. So if the right arrow is pressed, motion, we're going to turn clockwise 5 degrees. And if the left arrow is pressed, we're going to go anti-clockwise the same amount, 5 degrees. So 5 degrees left and right, just snap those together. And the other thing we're going to say is that's going to turn him left and right to direct the lasers, but we also want him to move forwards as well. So let's get another control, another if then, another sensing. This time we'll say if the let's say the up, could be the up or the down. If the up arrow is pressed, we want him to move. Should we try 10 steps? I think that'll be too fast. Let's give it a go. So we've got left, we've got right, and then up. Did you see how fast that went? And bring him back. No, I'm going to say 5. Let's give that a go. Yep, that slows it down a little bit. You choose how fast you want it to go with your game. So that's the shooter. The other thing I need is what is he going to shoot? He needs his lasers. So I call this one laser. And I'm not going to have an outline. I'm just going to have it as a rectangle, and I want it to be a bright green laser. Alright, see my crosshairs? I'll just zoom in again. I think I want quite small lasers and just little skinny ones, maybe about that size. Pop them over the crosshair. That's about right, isn't it? That's a good size coming out of the end there. Yes, let's code the lasers now. So again, oops, on the make sure you're on the lasers. This time, when the green flag is clicked, forever. When the green flag is clicked forever, if sensing, what have we used so far? We used, let's have a look, we used the right arrow, the left arrow and the up arrow for the movement. So what's left? I might just leave it as the space bar. If the space bar is pressed, then we might create a clone of myself, and we'll call myself the laser. Yep. So when green flag is clicked, forever, if the spacebar is pressed, create a clone of myself, and we'll have a small weight in there as well. So it's not just shooting lots of them out. Let's have a let's try 0.3. That should do it. Create a clone of myself and wait 0.3 seconds. Alright, and then the next thing I'm just going to do is say when the green flag is clicked, pop this over here, we want that one first of all to hide, but all the clones of it will show. So when I start as a clone, that's when we're going to show. And what do we want to do? So when the green flag is clicked, hide, but when I start as a clone, show, go to the shooter, I'll have to put sprite 1 because I haven't named sprite 1 yet as the shooter. There we go. So that should have changed it. Did you say automatically there? You don't have to do anything. So when I start as a clone, show, go to the shooter and point in the direction. Point in the direction, and this is where you've got to do something a bit strange with Scratch 3. We have to go to sensing, and we have to grab this one here, and this is just going to drop in there, but just watch what we do. If I change this one here to shooter, because that's the shooter there, if I change this to shooter, just watch that, that option there changes as well. Did you see it change? Now we can say the direction. I can change that. That wasn't there before. Just watch, if I leave that back on stage, direction isn't there. You only get direction if we change this one to shooter first, and then we can have direction. And then that one just drops inside there. So when I start as a clone, show, go to the shooter, point in the direction of the shooter, and move 20 steps. Say 20. We can always change that number, and then repeat until down the bottom there. Repeat until you're touching the edge. So touching the edge. We'll have another move inside. Move 10. I might move that a little bit more. Move 15. Oh, and finally, don't forget delete the clone. Deletes the laser, and then it doesn't still show right at the edge of the screen. Alright, let's try that. Okay, so I'm moving forwards, turning round, moving forwards, and the other way, and shooting. Okay, that's looking good. Alright, if you need to, you stop the video, pause the video there, you get up to this stage, and then I'll show you what's in the next part of the video. Alright, welcome back. So the next part of the video is setting up the backdrop, the stage. So let's come over here, backdrop. Now, I'm going to show you two different ways we can do this. One way, you can choose one of the backdrops here, and there was a pretty good one there called Stars. That's one you could choose, but I'm not going to do that. I'm going to paint my own. So I'm going to come over to backdrops, choose the empty one there that's not being used yet, and I'm going to click on the fill button. In fact, I'll convert to bitmap, click on the fill, and then choose, and can you see these buttons up at the top here? I'm actually going to choose the one on the end there. It's going to give me two different colours that I can fade from one to another. So I might stick with that turquoisey bluey bright colour, and then for my other one maybe choose, I don't want to go too dark. Can you see how it's changing up at the top there as I slide along? Ooh, actually that's quite nice as well. Actually, I might swap those over so it goes paler in the middle. Yeah. Alright, let's try that. Okay, like it. Alright, so there's the backdrop done. We've got our shooter done, the laser's done. The only thing we need to do now is to find our aliens. So, back down here, choose the paint, new sprite. And we are going to paint, I'm going to choose a circle, and we've had green lasers, we've had a red shooter. I might choose a yellow. Trying to choose different colours every time. Yellow aliens. Do you normally get yellow aliens? I don't know. My aliens are yellow. I'm going to draw a circle. Alright, try and make sure it's centred. Is it centred? About there. And then I'll just do it with the paintbrush. And I'm going to make black. Alright, so that's too thick. Make it a bit thinner. How's that looking? Yes. So I'm going to choose line going in, line coming out, then on the other side, and there. I'm sure you can draw a better alien than me. There we go. Oh, that went a bit wonky. Undo. Try again. There we go. Alright, so there's my alien. You can see over on the stage here, there's my alien, there's my shooter. Let's just name him alien and set up the code. So the first thing we need is an event, green flag. When the green flag is clicked, first of all I'm going to hide him. Hide. And then forever, wait, forever, wait, now we'll wait a couple of seconds before I create a clone. This means that I get a new clone every 2 seconds, so that's an important figure there. You might need to change this. So every 2 seconds create a clone, and then when I start as a clone, pop that one up there, when I start as a clone, then we're going to show, and go to, here we go, go to, I'm going to pick a random number. I'd like the clones of the alien to appear along the bottom here, in a random position along the bottom, and then they're going to set off towards the shooter. Wherever the shooter is, the aliens will start heading towards him. So I'm going to choose an operator, and I'm going to pick a random number along the bottom there. So I might choose from minus 250 up to 250, and then this one here is I'll keep that one as minus 170, somewhere along the bottom in this sort of position. Alright, let's have a try with that. Move him down there. Yeah, random positions along the bottom. What have we got? Go to those positions there, and then forever we want to point towards the shooter. So always aim towards the shooter. So these aliens are always going to be pointing towards the shooter, and move, what do you think? Let's try 1 step, just very slowly. We can change that. But then if they're touching the laser, so we need an if and a sensing. If they're touched by the laser, wait 0.1 of a second, just a very small wait, just as a so there's no glitches there, and then deletes the clone. So I come down and deletes this clone. Alright, do you know, I've just spotted my battery. I'm running out of battery. I think I might just need to plug it in so we don't run out. I'll just pause the video and go and fix that one up. Okay, I'm back. I plugged in my power, so we should be good to go, good to finish this video. Let's just test what we have so far. Let's just see how this is going. So, oh, yes, we can go forwards. Oh dear, go away. Oh, yes. Actually, is that a little bit easy? Because oh, I shot two with just one laser there. Okay, what I think we'll do, let's make this a little bit trickier. I think what we'll do, we'll set up some lives for the alien. Let's just change the name of that one to alien. So create a variable. So come down to variables and make a new variable, and this one we're going to call lives, the alien's lives, and we want it to be for this sprite only. Each sprite is going to have 3 lives. So we've got the alien lives there, and I'm just going to untick that just so that the alien's lives are not showing on the screen here. Just see, if I tick that one, can you see on the screen? We don't want them showing, so I'm going to untick that, and then I need to change this code here. I need to add a little bit to this, so I'm going to keep that when I start as a clone. That'll stay the same. That's where I need to set the lives to 3. I'm going to give the alien 3 lives, and each time he gets shot with the laser, that life is going to reduce by 1. So I'm going to change the lives by -1, and where does this go? I'm just going to pop that underneath there. I'm going to take that one out, and I'm going to set up another if then. So I'm going to say if then, and I'll pop another weight in there as well. 0.1, just the same, that's fine. And I'm going to get an operator that says less than. So if the alien lives there, if the lives are less than 1, wait 0.1 seconds and then delete this clone. So that one's just going to go inside there, and then I think that's it. Let's just test that. That's it. Needing 3 shoots. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Yes, that's working. But it's hard to see, isn't it? You can't really see when it's being shot by those lasers. I think we'll put in a little effect that when he's shot by the lasers, there's just like a little explosion of colour, a bit of brightness that's showing. And to do that, we need to go up to Looks. We want to change not the colour effect, but the brightness effect. And we need to set the brightness effect to quite a high number. We could be at 50, 60, 70, 80. I'll try 50 for now. Set brightness effect to 50. Have a very short wait of, let's say, 0.1 seconds. And then another brightness effect. Got to put it back to 0 again. There we go. Set the brightness back to 0. So the brightness will flash, wait a 1/10 of a second, and then back to normal. And I'm just going to pop that one underneath there. Let's just check how that works. So let's get the lasers pointing. Oh, did you see it flashing? So it's got to shoot 3 times. 3 times. Oh, there we go. Well, I hope you've enjoyed this video, this tutorial. Hope you enjoy making your game. If you have enjoyed this video, I'd love you to leave a comment. I'd love you to subscribe. If you've any questions, just leave them in the comments below, and I look forward to seeing you in the next video. Bye for now.